this year we really ate when it came to mice. Like, there was a ton of good releases out there, some of which are not even on this desk right now, but probably should be. I feel like these mice really stood out from the crowd this year. Starting with this mouse on the list, the Zowie S2 DW. Now, you can't go wrong with any of the new DW mice from Zowie, like the U2 or the ZA13 DW. They've updated their mice to be wireless now with 4,000 Hz polling rate, and shape is king, and there's just something about the S2 that just makes you aim like a motherfucking beast. Like, this thing, man, whenever I use this thing, I feel like I'm just so much more accurate. I feel like I have so much mouse control. The hump on the back is just so generous and nice. It just locks into place. It's a perfect width. This mouse is like, I know the buttons aren't 100% there. They're a little bit heavy, but this shape, man, shape is king. And I cannot take my hands off this mouse, and it's actually become a mainstay in my rotation this year. Now, the side buttons have been improved from previous models. They improved the scroll wheel, which we asked for. The pink dot Huano switches are a little on the stiff side, but I can overlook it just because of how good the shape is. This is for medium to large-handed claw grip users, and this mouse just really made an impression on me. They even, changed the skates up like we asked, finally. It's got the wireless now. So the S2, I know it's a little bit heavy at 65 grams, but man, the shape more than makes up for it. And it's just something that's super addictive to use. So it gets the number 5 spot on the top 5 list. So coming in at number 4, yes, wired mice are back. Make wired mice great again. This mouse, the Endgame OP18K. This is another super addictive shape. And man, I just cannot take my hands off of it, even though it has a cord. I know some people hate on it because of the cord, but once you start using this thing, you forget all about that cord. And once you feel the performance, how it performs, the switches, the side buttons, the way it floats, the weight of it, man, this thing is an absolute beast. Second upgraded Viper Mini. I know the shape isn't as good, but man, for claw grip, small mouse, skinny, it feels phenomenal in the hand. And these are on sale right now for about $67 for Black Friday, and normally they're about $90, and I think that's an absolute steal for the performance that you're getting here. And a lot of people are going to overlook it because it is wired, but this is the number 4 for a reason, and you're gonna have to really press me to take this off the list, especially with that 8,000 Hz performance that you can actually feel. Coming in at the number 3 spot, I kind of cheated. We have the Superlight Bros, as I like to call them. We have the Dex, and we have the 2. Both of these share the same design language. It just really depends whether you want more of a ergonomic shape, obviously the Dex, or the Ambi shape. Both are super safe shapes for what they are. They're gonna work for a variety of people. They now have the higher polling rate. The switches on the Dex are greatly improved from the 2s, which came out a little bit later, but the side buttons aren't as good. This line is kind of a mess. Like, there's pros with this one and there's pros with this one, but none of it, like, they're not doing, like, I want to like bang them together and make a better mouse. But separately, they're still very good mice. We're not gonna get that G703 like I said, but I actually quite like this shape a little bit more. If you're an ergonomic lover, you're gonna love the Dex. I know how the community likes to say that the 2 is boring, the Dex is boring, but man, sometimes boring is all you need because it just does what it's supposed to do. The only problem I really have with this mouse, outside of some glaring issues, is the price tag. $160 for these. Way overpriced. I think this is more fairly priced at around $130. All right, so we have a new entry on the list. This is the Maya X8K coming in at number 2. This deservedly knocked down the Superlight, and I've actually seen some pros switch off the Superlight and go to this. Lamzu has done everything right, from the weight to the light optical switches, which this has kind of become the standard for me with how light and crispy they are. The side buttons are also great on this. Not only is the whole mouse just floats, like the light clicks, the light side buttons, the light weight. This is just like butter in your hand. And then you got that diamondback shape for claw, which is amazing because it forms to the natural curvature of your hand and just fits snugly in there, so you're gonna get locked into the back of your palm. Great stuff. It's got the 8K polling rate. It's got a great price of $120, making it pretty affordable in today's landscape. You guys got to take into accountability, inflation. Things aren't, we don't got $60 mice anymore. So $120 is like the new 60. But yeah, I've been loving the Maya X8K. I always perform very nicely with it, and you will too. Great stuff. And when you get to this number 2 spot, you're nearing perfection. And I gotta say, there's not much I really want more with the Maya X8K. Great stuff. All right, so we all know what's coming next. It's the Viper V3 Pro. It needs no introduction. I think that this mouse will go down in history as one of the best gaming mice ever created. It has stood the test of time this year. We've had a bunch of bangers come out this year, and nobody can dethrone it. Like I said, once you get up to the 1 spot, you're nearing perfection. And this thing is damn near perfection. The smooth coating, the light optical switches, they dialed those in. The scroll wheel is perfection. The only thing that was really missing for me was the mouse skates, but I changed mine out for some core pads, and forget about it. This thing is phenomenal. Then you mix out with the 8,000 hertz polling rate, good battery life. The shape is super comfortable with that hump near the middle with the gradual fall off towards the back, which just fits super nice in your palm. You can palm grip this, you can claw grip it, you can fingertip grip this mouse. It is just super comfortable. I know you small-handed users still have a little bit of a problem with this, and I did too. It took me a little bit of time to get used to the bigger mice, but man, once you do, this mouse is a certified banger. And I don't really see anything really dethroning it in the near future. It would have to do everything right. The Maya gets pretty damn close, but man, at the end of the day, I would still choose this mouse. The only thing that I would say is that since you can't get a smaller mouse, you can get a smaller one of the Maya X or just the regular Maya 8K, I guess. Razer really needs to fill that gap, and you know, like we always, it's like we're being a dead horse. I don't even need to go through the whole spiel, guys. You already know what I'm gonna say, so I'm not gonna say it. Razer, yeah. But anyways, number 1 mouse of 2024, easy pick'ems. I might do another video towards the end once I test out some other mice. I don't really know, but as a whole, I feel very confident with these. Now, if you do need an ergo shape, I didn't want to put 2 Razer mice on here just to make things a little bit spicier, but the Destined V3 Hyperspeed definitely deserves its praise this year. This was a phenomenal mouse, and it is up there. I'd actually put it right neck and neck with this. If you need an ergonomic mouse, and you need this, or you need a smaller Viper V3 Pro, $99, get the dongle for $30 more. Certified banger. 1 and 2. I don't want to be biased, but 1 and 2 right here. The real 1 and 2. You know, just for spiciness, I put in the Maya X8K, but the Destined V3 Hyperspeed, this was a game changer mouse. Don't let that Hyperspeed moniker fool you. It destroyed that name. It just blurred the line. I don't even know. This is a pro mouse. So yeah, Razer killed it this year. They even managed to turn around Razer Synapse to have all these cool features like Raw XL. So yeah, 2024 was a great year for mice. A lot of stuff to choose from. I've had a lot of mice in my rotation, probably the most I've ever had. Like, I go through all of these mice on the desk right now. At some point in time, I'm just messing around. I just switch out any one of these mice and I perform really good with them, and I love using them every second of it. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this list of the top 5 for 2024, the late 2024 fall, winter, autumn edition, whatever you wanna call it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Happy holidays, guys. It has been your boy BT saying peace.